prosecutors now have concrete evidence missing girl Madeleine McCann is dead and have written to the parents, Jerry and Kate, to inform them.
British journalist Martin Townsend has been following this case from the start and joins us now from London. Martin, thank you so much for your time. I mean, boy, this is big news. What more do we know?
Well, we don't know much more than the fact that the German prosecutor has written to the McCanns and at this stage is unwilling to give them any further details other than that he's saying that their daughter is dead. And he's saying that he can't do that because if he gives them any further evidence, if he gives them the evidence, it may jeopardise the case. And he's making the point that, you know, that he feels it's more important to have a successful conclusion, and its successful conclusion in this case is having some idea what happened to Madeleine, than to sort of to have that case put in jeopardy and hopefully for someone to be brought to justice. So he's withholding that information at the moment, and that seems very hard on the McCanns, I would say.
Well, you just would not write to them and tell them that kind of news unless you knew definitively. I mean, they must have very credible information that they're not willing to share at this point, but are sitting on.
Yeah, that seems certain that they have very credible information, and it's almost certainly correct, or it certainly seems as if they feel that it is. For the McCanns, I think after 13 years, there's been so many developments in this story in recent weeks. It's been a real rush of kind of, different theories, different pieces of information. And I think from the McCanns' point of view, they probably would just like to get everything, to know everything as soon as possible, as any parents want to, frankly.
Well, I mean, I think they've always held on to that hope that Madeleine is still alive, but it is approaching midnight there in New York now. I imagine it's too early or too late to get a reaction from the McCanns?
Yeah, I would think so. There'll be some sort of reaction tomorrow, perhaps. But it's just going to be very upsetting for them, and it's really impossible, I think, to get inside their heads and to understand what they're going through at the moment. This is just an agonising time. The only hope is that at some point they will have the truth and they'll know what happened, which will hopefully bring some sort of closure to this really tragic, awful story.
I don't know how they manage to find any peace as a result of all of that. But Martin, we appreciate your time and expertise in this field, and we'll come to you with any further developments